Hey guys, it's Lauren. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about everything Maybelline. I have been a longtime fan of Maybelline. They're one of my favorite drugstore brands, so I have tried out a lot from them. And I was going back in my collection recently, and I've been trying out basically all Maybelline products to see what I love and what I don't really love. And of course, I've made a couple trips to the drugstore and Ulta to look at some new products and try those out for myself. And I really have been able to identify what products are really great and what products are not so great. And I want to let you guys know all of that, as well as pricing formula, all of that fun stuff in today's video. So if you're interested in learning more about Maybelline, then just keep on watching. To start this video off, I wanted to talk about my #1 favorite product from the entire Maybelline line. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. This is in the shade Fair Light number 10, and it retails for around $8. So this shade works perfect for me during the spring and the summer. The past couple of months, it has been a little warm, a little bit darker for me. They do have a shade underneath this called Fair, so if you have a similar skin tone to me, that may be the one to go pick up. But this is my #1 favorite finishing, favorite baking powder. There is something that this powder does. I'll show you the inside of it really quickly. You can see it's just kind of a banana-y powder. They have, of course, other shades, lighter and darker. So the thing that makes this product different is it's not a translucent powder. While it's still not, you know, the most full coverage ever, it does have coverage to it. And so it works really great, especially for baking underneath the eyes where I really press the powder in. It does a great job of making my concealer, making my foundation last all day, but also not get cakey. I feel like a lot of powders that are, you know, more for coverage aren't necessarily translucent. They can make things just look really dry, really cakey, especially when you have dry skin like me. And I find that this does not do that at all. I never thought that anything could top my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I never thought anything could top my Too Faced Perfect Peach, but this did. And it's from the drugstore, which I think is super great. You get 0.7 ounces in this product, and if you don't take any other of my recommendations, that is fine, but you are missing out if you don't try this product. So I want to do the rest of this video in more of an organized fashion where I talk about products in the order that I would apply them to my face. So I'm starting off with 2 different primers, one that's better for people with oily skin and one that is better for people with dry skin. And as someone who has dry skin, I think I do like the oily one better. So I will show that one to you first. It is the Maybelline Master Prime Blurring and Smoothing Primer. And each of the primers, you are getting 1 fluid ounce, and they're supposed to last for up to 12 months. So for this one, I think the reason that I love it so much is because typically when I'm using a blurring primer or a smoothing primer, I find that it is silicone based. And I do really like silicone based primers. I find that they work really well with my skin, especially when applying, you know, foundation and all that stuff on top. However, this has a lotiony base to it, and I really like that because whenever I use those, you know, really silicone-y based primers, I find that my skin breaks out, so I have to really, you know, focus them on certain areas where I do get oily, because otherwise it just traps all the oil in and it causes me to have blemishes, and I don't want that. And this, I feel like, is a lot lighter on my skin, but still gives that really nice smooth look when I apply my foundation and all the other products on top of it. And that's why I like that. But this one is the Maybelline Master Prime. I believe this is the Hydrating and Smoothing Primer. And this one is really nice because when I apply it over my face, it's a very, you know, smoothing. It has that lotiony feel to it. I don't find my skin to get really dried out throughout the day, which is really great, especially in the winter. However, in the summer, I do find it to cause my skin to get a little oily, which is really surprising. And, you know, I'd rather have more moisturized skin than definitely something more dried out. However, it's just not the best product. I would say that there are other products you can find at the drugstore, Sephora, Ulta, wherever you go, that are good for dry skin. Alright, next up we have the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation. This is what it looks like. This is the matte and poreless version for normal to oily skin. This product for me is just okay. Of course, it is not necessarily made for my skin type. I just decided to pick it up on a whim, meant to pick the one up for normal to dry skin, and here we are. I do use this occasionally because I really do like the shade. I have mine, what is this shade? It's the shade 112, and it's Natural Ivory. So it works amazing for my skin tone, and it's like, it works okay. It's not my favorite foundation, not my least favorite foundation. It gets the job done. And I want to finish it up ideally before I go pick up another one in the exact same shade that's just going to be a little bit different. So yeah, that's kind of my opinions on this. If you guys want a more in-depth review, I'd be happy to do it. But I just don't think that my opinions are going to really line up with people who this product is actually made for. Next up, we have the Maybelline Fit Me Pressed Powder. This is what it looks like. This is the Satin Smooth version for normal to dry skin. And this product is very, very similar to the loose powder, except it's just in pressed powder form. And I like them both, and I use them for different reasons. See, the other one I use more for just brightening the under eyes, making sure that, you know, the under eyes don't really budge or anything. But this one is more for all over the face, making sure, you know, my foundation is set in and all of that. And then for on days where I'm not going to set my whole face, because I don't really feel the need to all the time, just having drier skin. But for right around my nose area, I find that it does get kind of oily. My foundation wants to kind of separate. And this does a really great job of keeping everything in place. And also for areas on my face where I need a little bit more coverage, maybe I have a blemish or something and the foundation, the liquid foundation that I'm using just isn't covering it, this is what I'll go in with. This is in the shade Natural Beige and it works really well for me. It looks really light. All of the shades look really, really light in the pan, but I highly recommend going somewhere where you can swatch them and try them out for yourself because they do look different when they're transferred onto your face or onto your skin. So here we have the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Gel. This is the waterproof version. I'm pretty sure this works the same as the original version that is not waterproof, but I don't like this product. Like, just to cut to the chase, this product is not good for me at all. It may just be because I have more full brows and I don't really need a product that is going to just like, let me show you the applicator so you can kind of get the idea. This is like a doe foot applicator. This is like something I would apply my lipstick with, and you can see you have the product, and when you apply it, of course I'm not going to do it right now, but apply it to your brows. It's just really hard to work with. It does not look even at all. It just kind of looks like a cakey mess on your brows. I don't know, maybe it's worth trying. It comes with like a little spoolie with it, like one that would look like this. And that may be nice to kind of help even it out a little bit, but it really does not do that much at all. I find that it just looks really awkward and not normal. And I think that Maybelline does have some good brow products out there, but this is just not it. So I completely forgot to talk about the concealer I had for the video. This is the Maybelline Master Conceal Camouflaging Concealer in the shade Light 20. Typically when I'm, you know, brightening the face, I will use 10 or 15 in Maybelline shades. But I have Light 20 because it's more my skin tone and I like to use this to cover blemishes. They claim that this concealer is supposed to cover tattoos and it's like full coverage. I don't know about that. I wouldn't even say it's really like, it's barely medium coverage because it barely covers my blemishes, which I don't know, like I can't really give like my stamp of approval and say that this is like a good concealer because I've tried ones, like you guys know, I love my ColourPop concealer for covering blemishes and that is more affordable than this product. So I can't really say that this product is that good. And you know, I don't really like the squeezy tube applicator. It's just kind of irritating for me, and also it oxidizes and I don't like that. You know, when I'm putting a concealer on my face, I want it to be the color that it is when I initially, you know, put it on, and then when it kind of turns a different color throughout the day or even in just a few minutes, that's kind of a turn off to me and I don't really like that. So I can't really say that I like this product. If you're looking for a new concealer and are interested by this product, then go ahead, try it out, but it's just not my favorite. Now we're getting into some eyeshadows. This first one is just kind of a single shadow. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo Eye Chrome. This is what it looks like. It is in the shade Beige Luster. This shade, first off, is not beige, but I do really like it. It's kind of like a taupe shade, kind of brown. Really do like it. I think it's kind of different from some of the other taupes I found though. And this shade is incredibly pigmented. I think that all of the chrome kind of eyeshadows are really pigmented. I tried a few of them out. This one is the one I ended up keeping though, just because it's something I would use more, especially in the winter. I just think that this is beautiful. So it does have a doe foot applicator. I don't know if you saw when I was kind of putting down a swatch. There's a lot that I like about this product. I think it is great for the price. I think it does a really good job. However, I do find that it kind of crumbles throughout the day. It does like last a few hours, but it does crumble throughout the day. And I find that it just kind of looks kind of awkward. It's not the best liquid shadow ever, but it is really pretty and it is affordable. So if that's what you're going for, I think you will enjoy this. So I have two eyeshadow palettes from Maybelline. I have one that is a little bit older, been around for a while. You can still get it though. And then there is also one that is pretty new and I'm excited to talk about. This one is the Maybelline The Blush Nudes eyeshadow palette. This is what it looks like, and I'll show you the inside. I don't know how big of a fan I am, especially because I think this was kind of meant to be a dupe for the Naked 30 palette, which I do really like. It's one of my favorite Naked palettes. But here is the Maybelline The Blush Nudes. Here's what the shades look like. They're pretty. I don't know. I like them, and I'll show you the swatches I have on my hand. I believe this product probably came with a brush of some sort, but I threw it away because brushes that come with palettes that just kind of have like that weird applicator that I'm never going to use, I just throw away. It's kind of irritating when you open the palette, the brush falls out, and I'm never using it anyway. Here's what the shades look like, just a few of them. You can see they're pretty nice and pigmented, but I will warn you, that is with building them up a few times. And I like to kind of swatch things as pretty as they can possibly be, because how rare is it that you're going to actually go in your palette when you're putting them on your eyes and you're going to do it once. You're going to put in your brush, you're going to apply the product, and then you're done. And you're not going to, you know, apply over top of it. I just think that's kind of, I don't know, that's not what I do. I like to kind of build it up, and that's what I do in my swatches, just to really show you the pigmentation that you would be receiving on your eyes. However, one swipe I will show you, because I want you to see, like, you know, I'm really digging my finger in there too, because with these shades you kind of have to. And it is pretty pigmented, especially at the beginning. It kind of, you know, fades out throughout. But I like this. I think that there are better palettes, especially from the drugstore and Maybelline out there. I wouldn't really recommend going and picking this up. I have it, so I use it, but if I didn't have it, I would not want to go get it. So the next palette that I'm going to be talking about, it's not necessarily brand new, but it is newer. And a lot of their newer palettes have really good quality. Like, I find that they are, like, competitive to products at Sephora and, like, higher end brands, which I really do like, and especially because they keep their prices somewhat, you know, affordable. This is the Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette. That's what it looks like. This product retails for, I believe, $14? I think it's like $13.99 or something. But in this palette, you are getting, how many shades? You're getting 12 different eyeshadows, which is really nice. They are a little bit smaller, the majority of them. They have like 4 larger pan shadows on the outside, but I'll show you what the actual shades inside the palette look like. You don't get a mirror, but you know, with most drugstore palettes, you don't anyway. Here is the shades. They're all really pretty. And I find that this palette has shades that I don't necessarily have in the rest of my collection. Like, these are kind of like, this yellow I don't have anywhere. That shade Lemonade Craze right there. And I do have shades similar to this one, but I really do like that. And I find that it's really easy to make a cohesive look with this palette. And I have a couple swatches, of course, on my arm to show you guys. So the first shade right on top is going to be the shade, what is that? Strawberry Lemonade. Then there is the shade, what is that? Sherbet, then Ice Pop, then Lemonade Craze, and then Sweet Tea. So those are the shades right there. They're really pretty and pigmented. I did not do more than one swipe. However, you know, I kind of dig my finger in there a little bit. But I think you kind of have to. Like I said, they're good to build up. I'm really excited to use this more, especially during the summer, because I kind of missed out on it last summer, but these shades are really up my alley, and if you think you're going to like this too, the formula on them is really nice and pretty long lasting. So now I have 2 mascaras to talk about. I've tried out a couple others from Maybelline, but these are the 2 that have really stood out to me. This is the Maybelline The Falsies Push Up Mascara. This is what it looks like. And this mascara to me is a little bit deceiving. When I purchased it, I thought that there was going to be a mascara on both ends. I probably should have read better because there was not. There's only a mascara on this end. And I will show you the applicator because I like this product. I think it's good. Is it the best mascara out there? No, I do not. Here's what it looks like, and you can see the bristles are pretty tiny. And Maybelline, I find, has a very watery mascara formula, and typically I don't like something super dry either, but I don't like the really watery ones. I actually ended up really liking this after, like, you know, using it for a month, because I find that, you know, when you open it, it dries out a little bit more, and I found that that worked pretty well, especially when I curled my eyelashes before. Again, this isn't the best product. I really want to stress that because Maybelline has good mascaras out there, like the Lash Sensational Killer Mascara, but this one's just okay. And as far as the other mascara I have, this one is really great for a waterproof mascara. This is the Maybelline The Falsies Volume Express Waterproof Mascara. I believe I've talked about it before on my channel, but I've never tried the original version, so I don't know if this works very different to it. This is more dry compared to the other Maybelline mascaras. It's still a little watery, but it's much more dry, and the reason I really like this product is because, one, look at that applicator. Like, it gives amazing curl. If I'm going to be putting on mascara that I know needs to be waterproof, I want it to at least look good. You know, if I'm going to take the time to do it on days when, you know, maybe I'm going to the pool or the beach or something. I typically don't wear makeup. Sometimes I will wear mascara just because that's like a necessity for me, and this one does a really great job of giving me the curl I want while still not having my mascara go everywhere, and it's also not hard to take off, with which most, I gotta say, most waterproof mascaras, especially like that Too Faced waterproof one, those things are so hard to get off. So when you can find one that's gonna last a really long time but isn't, you know, gonna like tear out your lashes in the process, it's a keeper. So if you're wondering what is on my lips, it is actually a Maybelline product. This is the Maybelline Color Sensational Satin Lipstick. This is what the packaging looks like. Maybelline lipstick packaging to me is just not very special, but the product inside is what matters, and I really do like it. This shade is incredible. I find it to be the perfect pinky mauve for like year round, and this is what it looks like. This is the shade Romantic Rose. I really also like the shade Ready or Not, or like Are You Ready? It's something like that. I'll insert the name right there so you guys... Oh, how rude. Sorry. So I'm doing this swatch really quickly so you can kind of get what it looks like when it's not on my lips, because I do have kind of pigmented lips in general, so it is hard to find a natural shade that's going to kind of enhance my lip color, but if it's lighter than my lip color, it looks kind of weird. So here's what the shade looks like. It just has this really great formula. Smells really good, you guys. It's like kind of a light... not even floral, like kind of a light vanilla-y sweet smell, but it's nothing too intense, and it honestly kind of goes away after like 5 minutes. But it's nice for that initial little swipe when you're kind of feeling glamorous, putting on your lipstick, you know the drill. And it's one that I found that I can wear a lot, especially like when going to school. I don't really wear lipstick, but if I need something to kind of like, if I got a little foundation on my lips or something and I need something to kind of cover that up, this is a go-to for me. I really recommend it. If you're just looking for a natural lipstick, a shade that is kind of going to be like your lips but better, this is it. Alright guys, that concludes today's video. I hope that it was helpful. If it was, you know the drill. Be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want a review on any of these products that I talked about in today's video, let me know in the comment section down below. You guys know I love hearing from you. And if you want to see more best and worst videos, if you have any recommendations, I've done Glossier, I've done Maybelline. What do you want to see next? Comment it down below. Because when I'm filming, I want to make sure that I'm making a good use of my time and filming things like you guys want to see. Because really, the reason I'm doing this, one, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, like, it is for me because it is so therapeutic for me, and just, it's, whenever I come into film, it's like an hour where I'm able to just breathe, like relax, and like do something that I really enjoy. And so of course, yes, it is for me, but it is also, you know, the content that I'm creating is for you guys. I want to be doing something that, you know, y'all are interested in. So always let me know what you want to see. I love hearing from you. But yeah, if you're new here, subscribe before you go. I'd love to see you join the family. And if you want to be notified for all of my future posting videos, then please be sure to give that notification bell a little ring. And if you want to check out more of my videos, I will have 2 different videos for you guys to check out right there. So be sure to click on them. I hope you guys have a great couple of days until I post my next one, and I will see you then. Bye!